Do you hear that sound? In the Triassic seas 240 million years ago, once that strange cry echoed out, every prey animal would lose the courage to run. It was not a crocodile, it was not a dinosaur, it was Nothosaurus, a cold-blooded assassin that ruled the shallow seas before dinosaurs took the stage. The most dangerous thing about Nothosaurus was simple. It did not only hunt in the water, it could crawl onto land and keep chasing. If you jumped into the sea, it could follow you through the waves. If you escaped onto the beach, it could drag itself across the wet sand and cut off your way out. To Nothosaurus, the sea and the shoreline were never separate places. They were one connected hunting ground. The strangest part is that its ancestors were land reptiles. After the end Permian mass extinction cleared out huge parts of the ocean ecosystem, they moved back into the shallow seas. With bodies built for both land and water, they grabbed a new opportunity. Large Nothosaurus could reach 5 to 7 meters long. That was longer than many modern tiger sharks. But the real killing tool was its long, narrow mouth. Its jaws were packed with needle-like teeth. The upper and lower teeth locked together when the mouth closed. Once that mouth snapped shut, the prey was trapped inside a living clamp. The harder it struggled, the deeper the teeth sank in. Most of the time, Nothosaurus stayed half hidden in muddy, shallow water. Only its snout rose above the surface to breathe. The rest of its body looked like a rotten log floating in the water. It waited for prey to swim into range by itself. Then, in one instant, the long neck shot forward. Before the prey could even turn around, the hunt was already over. But the wild part is that this predator was underestimated for a very long time. For years, many studies treated these Triassic marine reptiles as small predators, only about 2 meters long. In that crowded ancient ocean, they looked like ordinary side characters. Then, in 2014, Chinese scientists found a massive Nothosaurus jaw fossil in Luoping, Yunnan. The jaw alone was over 60 centimeters long. Based on its proportions, the full animal may have reached 5 to 7 meters. This was Nothosaurus zhangyi. Scientists also found rows of scratch marks in the same fossil area. Those marks suggest that Nothosaurus may have used its paddle-like forelimbs to glide close to the seafloor. So the scariest thing about Nothosaurus was not just its size, it was the entire ambush system. It did not need a long chase. It got close, stayed hidden, and struck in one explosive moment. But the most ironic part is this. Nothosaurus lost because of the same advantage that made it special. It could enter the sea, and it could return to land. That sounds perfect, but that was exactly the problem. Nothosaurus could not leave the ocean because its food was in the water, but it also could not fully leave the shore because it may have needed land to reproduce. Its body was trapped between two worlds. On land, it dragged around a body built for swimming. That made it slow and heavy. In deeper water, it could not match rivals that were fully adapted to the ocean. When the environment was stable, this mixed body plan looked like an advantage. But when the world changed, a body that could do a little bit of everything broke first. Some of its close relatives chose the opposite path. They gave up the land and handed their bodies completely to the sea. That path eventually led to the plesiosaurs that ruled the oceans of the Mesozoic. Around 200 million years ago, the end Triassic mass extinction rewrote the oceans again. Nothosaurus, still tied to the shore, disappeared. Its more ocean-adapted relatives survived for a much longer time. That is the real shock Nothosaurus leaves behind. It tried to keep everything. It wanted the food of the sea and the safety of the shore. It looked like the safest path, but that path trapped it halfway through evolution. The creatures that survive to the end are not always the ones that keep every escape route open. Sometimes they are the ones that put their whole body and future into one direction.